Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bangs and Smash. This is a new podcast from the heart of London, which is hopefully going to be a semi-regular show based around some Smash players. Fingers crossed. I'm Colin, aka The Tation. With me here is Greg, aka Highly Unlikely.
Hello.
And then we've got Aaron Thomas over here, who you may know as Professor Pro.
Yes. From
Welcome
South
to the
London.
show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
He's obviously, I'm sure you know who this guy is. He plays Fox. He's from London, as you say. And he's been playing competitively since 2007.
Been that long? I didn't even know that.
That's a decade. That's a decade.
I'm old. No.
Right, what else? Oh, there we go. 24th in the world, I gather.
Yeah,
Very well
ranked
done.
24th. That was pretty. Some people actually predicted that exact number, which I lost money to that. I was like, I don't know how to feel. I'm happy with my rank, but I just lost money.
Did you bet?
Yeah, what did you
higher
bet
or
on?
lower?
No, I bet. What did I bet? I bet slightly lower.
I bet
and the
number
person
5.
predicted precisely 24. And I was like, the odds are in my favor, but they weren't, and I lost. And I was like, oh,
Well, it's a good way to lose.
yeah. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right. What the hell's going on here?
But yeah, the 24th was actually kind of insane, actually, because it's a good marking for where I came from. Because 3 years ago, I wasn't even like top 25 in Europe, and then to go from like top 25 in Europe to top 25 in the world
Was that a surprise?
It wasn't a surprise, but it was kind of like, okay, you're getting better. It was kind of like a marking in my Smash thing. Okay, now you're here. Now it's time to keep on moving up. But when I actually step back and think about it, and when I look at all the players that I'm among, it does make me feel good because there's like loads of great players around the level that I'm at. So it makes me feel good to know that I got there, especially from the region that I'm from. And it makes me happy knowing that I'm kind of just putting on for my country, just letting them know that I can do this and just representing basically. So
Yeah.
it definitely makes me feel really good. So it wasn't a surprise, but it still regardless makes me happy, and it makes me want more as well. So
Did you aim for that when you started to play Smash? Were you like, I'm going to be number 1 in the UK?
no, actually, I was actually pretty happy with being number 2 in the UK behind Fuzzy for quite a long time. It was definitely when I went to Beast 4 where it changed my mind, and I finally wanted to start getting better. And then randomly, I don't even know when, I just passed Fuzziness, and then everything happened so gradually to get where I was. I don't really feel like besides me going to my first European, I don't feel like there was a turning point, like a very obvious turning point. Everything feels very gradual, and it just like so happens that I'm just where I am at the moment.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It does seem like there was a very long era of Fuzzy.
Yeah.
And now it's the year of Prof.
Yeah.
It's been going on. It does seem like quite a
Yeah,
while.
it's been going for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you overtake him? When was that?
I think it was like maybe 2.5 years ago. It might even be longer. It's kind of blurred out now, but I would say 2.5 years ago, where it was very obvious. I would say, that there was starting to become a bit of a gap between me and him. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's his ranking in the 2016 one? Do you know?
I think he got like 80 something.
Mm,
Yeah.
That rings a bell.
Yeah.
Do you think that was fair? Was that accurate?
It was reasonably fair. He would definitely say otherwise. But when I
probably
look at
says
it, when I look at the
23rd.
area, when I do look at the area, I'm like, it's reasonably fair, and especially because he hasn't been that active. Skill wise, he might deserve more, but results wise, he definitely doesn't deserve more, in my opinion. Anyway, so
Yeah, I mean, he's the number 1 adventure mode speedrunner,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. I gather that you're currently a free agent.
I definitely am. Yes.
How much are you willing to talk about this?
I'm reasonably open to talk about it. I've definitely got a few offers,
Ooh.
but nothing that's too sweet at the moment. I did say I don't want to be a sponsor hopper. I don't even know if that's a word. It
is now.
Coined.
I
2017.
just made it up. I don't want to just keep on hopping from sponsor to sponsor. I definitely want to have something that I feel that I can call my own, and that I can really get behind. I don't want to keep on hopping. So I wanna remain a free agent until an offer good enough comes along, or maybe I just need to build up my rep. I definitely need to build up my rep to get some of the bigger orgs, which I'm doing. But yeah, I just don't. I'm still a free agent, so I don't have any plans of dropping or joining the team anytime extremely soon. So
Have you thought about starting your own team? Oh,
it's passed my mind a tiny bit, but to be honest, I don't actually understand the ins and outs of creating a team and what needs to be done. Like, it's just really out of my element. The thing, a lot of smashers, we're just smashers. Like, we're not really well informed in other departments. Like, so
sit
it's
you
really,
down in front of the TV. You go.
We're just we all have different strengths in a lot of random other areas, but yeah, we're just not really great at doing these kind of things, which is definitely a weakness. So I definitely do want to be informed in that department, but I'm nowhere near that area at the moment where I could actually create my own team, because I have no idea what I'm doing, if I'm just straight up honest. So
No, that's fair. Yeah, because it is a separate set of skills, really, a lot of the time, organising, things like that. You know, some smashers are good at both. But
yeah, I mean, you have to literally get team. You have to get players. You have to get sponsors that will endorse you and then give you money, and then your team you have to profit from your team. And I literally would have no idea how to go about doing that. So
Yeah, it's a business after all.
So it's completely foreign to me.
If you were going to make your own team, potential team names?
I would have to think about that. It might be something UK related.
Grand
Maybe.
Illusions?
What?
Grand Illusions?
Randomly, no. It definitely would not be anything to do with illusions.
Pipe down,
no,
John.
no me.
You can tell he's been sitting on that one for a while.
But yeah, I have no idea what it would be called. But I definitely do think I would want it to be at least European central based. So
Would it be too hard to make a UK based one?
for Smash specifically, yes. So it would have if it was for other games, which I probably would be if I was making my own team, because like I don't see the benefit of sticking behind one game when there's so much profit in other things in other departments. So yeah, if it was only UK based, it couldn't just be Smash based. We definitely don't have the talent pool at the moment to exist off of a UK only Smash team. We definitely have the personalities. That's without a doubt. I actually think we have some of the best personalities in the whole of Europe. I'm not sure if that's because English is our first language. Maybe not, but I do think we actually have the best personalities traveling around. Even in America, like I think we have some of the best. I'm biased because
Who else has been to America from the UK?
Say again?
Who else has been to America from the UK?
Quite a lot of players. Maybe about like 20 of us or something like that. But yeah, just from being around judging everything, I feel like we have some of the best personalities, but just not the abilities at the moment. So
yeah, it does seem like the Americans likes the UK players out there. Sort of certain fondness.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
When we were in the UK, a lot of during Big House, they absolutely loved our crowd chants. They were laughing.
What were you
so
chanting?
Much. It was just like shag my wife crowd chants, all of those kind of stuff. Like
Standards.
Yeah, just standard
chants,
stuff that you hear at football games. But they're not used to that. And they just found it hilarious. They thought it was the best. They were like, what are these guys? These guys are amazing. Like, and there was a specific. I can't remember what the chant was. There was a specific chant that happened during Mango and Armada's grand finals, and the whole crowd started chanting it, and I was nowhere near the UK people, and I said, that's a UK chant. I was 100% sure. I remember I was sitting and I went to someone called Tet afterwards, and I was like, you started that chant. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I knew it. Only a UK person only a UK person would start that chant. So there's certain things like that where I'm just like, we have the best personalities. That's how I feel anyway. So
That's good.
Very nice. I've been asked to tentatively ask you about leaving VWS.
Okay.
How much are you going to talk about that?
Yeah,
one?
I can talk about it reasonably openly.
There's no beef.
No, there's definitely no beef. There's definitely no beef.
Cool.
I basically just wanted a bigger team. I felt like I just hit. There was a cap with them. If I'm just being honest, there was a cap for what they could do for me, where they could push me, but just because of where their team was at, I feel like I was the best player on their team by probably quite a large margin. Looking at the rest of their players, and I was just like, I just need to move on. I stuck with them for a while, probably a tiny bit longer than I feel I should have, but I don't have any regrets. You know, I knew what I was getting into when I joined it, and then I ended up leaving on good terms. Some people thought it was on bad terms, and I was like, I don't know why.
I'm not sure.
I
I've heard
literally
those
never,
rumours too.
I
I'm
literally
not sure where
never
they came from.
ever told anyone that it was on bad terms. So I don't know why people would think it was. But
Yeah, there's always speculation, isn't there?
It is what it is. I'm just
Age of
like,
the internet.
yeah, I don't know what to take from that. But it was on good terms. I just left because I wanted something bigger. Pretty honest, and yeah, I'm gonna remain free until I see that opportunity come about.
I gather you've spent a little while training with Mewtwo King. How was that?
Yeah,
That was earlier this month, wasn't it?
yeah. Mewtwo King's he's a funny character. It's so weird, like all of the stories that you hear about him when you actually meet him, you're like, I can't believe they're all true. I can't believe you exist. I can't believe you're actually like this.
Yeah.
It's in a fun way. Like you still like love him because he's like super well intentioned, but he just has all of these like funny quirks to him that just make him kind of hilarious. Like he's so like, but then also some of the quirks behind him kind of make you understand why he probably is as good as he is. He's like super stubborn, but the stubbornness kind of transfers over him getting as good as he was because he used to grind a lot and he's like really really stubborn. And
Wasn't it
like,
him who did like 2,000 hours just against the CPU on like Hyrule Temple or something?
yeah,
Against,
he's done
level
like
one
all of
CPUs
these
or
like
something, you know?
he's done like all of these crazy stuff. I don't even know what he's he's just done loads of stuff like, but like we'll be playing mid game and he'll stop our whole session just so he can like understand this scenario, what happened. He'll want to keep on recreating it, and I'll just want to play. I just want to play, and he's like, "No, we got to test this," and he'll like stop you straight away. But that's just him. Like you can't really.
Yeah.
I just accept it. I'm in your house. Like
Yeah.
I can't really complain about you stopping me. You're housing me for like a week. So, but yeah, he's pretty nice. He's really good at what he is good at, which I noticed. He definitely has some weird weaknesses, which Amada actually told me about. And when I played him, I definitely saw it. But his strengths are so strong that they just super carry him, basically.
What are Mewtwo King's weaknesses? I'm sure we're all keen to know.
He like does a lot of the same things over and over again. Basically, he's like kind of robot-y, like, which is his tag. But he definitely does have those things. He'll do the same thing over and over again. And when I was speaking to Amada says when he plays him, he's just like, you have to, no matter what, I know you're going to do this because you do this all the time. You just have to kind of take that mentality against him. And he'll obviously mix it up occasionally, but he's really stubborn in how he plays. But it's really effective. So there's just certain, I feel like certain rules you just have to play against him. Yeah. And then, but just because of how he plays and how dangerous it is, it really makes you want to play in a certain way that just respects him. But you can't give him too much respect because the moment he like gets an opening on you, he'll just like destroy you.
Yeah, it's classic. You can't really play his game, can you?
Yeah, you definitely can't play it. You just have to respect him. So,
Did that help? I'm guessing playing against someone who's so extreme like that and also pretty good at the
it
game.
definitely helped. He was the one guy. Out of all of the gods, he was the one that I went over saying, I want to play you. I do not want to play you in tournament. We're having no experience of how you play because you play too weird. That's what I was just like. I saw it as a big benefit as me going around there. I did not want to play this guy ever in tournament without knowing how he plays. So the fact that I got to sit down with him and understand how he plays basically just takes a big load off my head if I ever run into this guy in bracket. There's just certain people that I really don't want to play, and he was definitely on the top of the list for someone who I didn't want to play without having some experience against this guy. And I got that experience, and I just got better. We both played. It was good practice, and those are the kind of sessions which I definitely feel like I need in general. So it was good for me.
Is it very easy? Can you just ring up one of the gods and just be like,
it's definitely not easy though. Like a lot of the Mango said, I can go around his house whenever I want. I think once you just get in within that circle and people know you're good and you're not an idiot, people don't mind bringing you around their house and training because it's practice, and we all grind a lot. So we don't try to shun each other. The only person who really avoids playing practice with anyone is Hungrybox. And he actually has a history of actively just avoiding playing friendlies with people. I'm pretty sure it's because his character is unique, so he knows that most people aren't getting practice from his character outside of probably playing him. So there's definitely a benefit from him, as lame as it is. There's definitely a benefit from him avoiding playing people.
Yeah,
because he'll win at the end of the day.
Yeah, he can get
He'll
as much
more likely
experience
win.
against their characters as he likes.
And he'll be playing foxes all day. He has no shortage of fox practice, but we all have shortage of jigs practice.
Who does he play? So he purposely doesn't play against the top players. He just plays against.
I've heard a lot of stories
people,
about how he's purposely gone out of his way to avoid playing a lot of top players, which even at tournaments, he doesn't really play loads of friendlies with top players. So he plays a lot with his coach, Captain Crunch, every tournament. I've seen that every tournament. Before bracket, he'll just sit down playing Captain Crunch for quite a while. So yeah, he definitely avoids playing a lot of people.
Fair enough. Music King's famous for his craziness.
Yeah.
Give us some of that. Was there anything particularly weird that happened? Particularly unusual?
He has this very weird confirmation bias, which, if you guys don't know what confirmation bias is, it's basically as soon as something goes bad, he'll feel like, okay, this is always gonna be bad, basically. So, for example, I was playing his Marth on Dreamland, and I beat his. I was beating his Marth, and then he quit out the game, and he was like, "It's impossible. I can't win on Dreamland." He's like, "I need to go Sheik. And then he went. I was like, "Okay." And then he went Sheik, and then I beat his Sheik. I took the first 2 stocks of his Sheik, and I still have Fox. And he was like, "It's impossible. I can't do this with Sheik on Dreamland. I need to go Fox. And then we went Fox on Dreamland. And then I beat his Fox. And he was like, I just can't win on this stage. It's impossible. I just have to accept it's impossible for me to win on this stage. I need to win on every other stage." And then he won on the other stage we went on. And then obviously now he thinks, "Oh, yeah, now that validates it," basically. Yeah. So I was like, "No, I'm validating it. I wanted, as soon as he went on the other stage, I wanted to beat him just to make him not be able to say that." But then he beat me. I was like, "No, now he thinks it's true." So he does little weird things like that. He's really just stubborn and out there.
So yeah, he doesn't believe so much in stats as just
he's he has his weird confirmation bias thing.
Do you reckon with all this practice, were you to meet in bracket, do you back yourself at all?
He I can't lie, he's definitely still the favorite. But in my mind, the edge that I got from going over there is enough for me to potentially take it now. So regardless of what everyone else thinks, how I actually feel playing against him, I definitely feel like I can beat him, which is super important.
Wow.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
I don't feel like there's certain players I feel like I haven't got over that mental hurdle with. It's definitely the 2 that come to mind are definitely Armada and Mango. It's just really hard playing both of them. But the rest of them I definitely feel like I can beat. But Armada and Mango, they're definitely kind of walls at the moment for me. Armada because he's so good against Fox, and Mango because I'm so bad against Falco. he would never foxtail me in a serious. He even knows. Every time I meet him, he's like, Europeans suck. You guys suck against Falco. You guys suck against Falco. And I'm like, I know. I just have to agree because it's true. He's like, we just suck against Falco, except for Armada and Leffen. So it's definitely a bit of a brick wall there. So
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because there's so far fewer Falcos in Europe.
yeah, we just
Much
have
less history.
we have Foxes, Sheiks, a Peach, and that's about it. And then we can kind of like shit on Sheiks and Foxes, but we definitely struggle in some of the other matchups. Like we're as a whole continent, we're strong against those two characters. So.
I'm keen to see some more Captain Falcons because he hasn't really been nerfed in PAL.
Yeah.
He should have more of a chance.
I don't know
over
why.
here,
It's the same with It's the same with. I don't know why there's not more Falcons because Falco's technically better in PAL, and same with more. I don't know. It's weird.
But like with down air and shit. That's
Yeah,
been
but
nerfed.
because everyone else gets worse.
Oh right.
Yeah, by proxy,
same with Falcon,
he gets better because everyone else gets worse, and his nerf isn't as significant as the other characters' nerf, so he definitely gets a lot better. But for some reason, people don't play him. It's like why I don't know why there's loads of Sheiks in Europe because Sheik's way worse.
Yeah.
So, I don't get it. It's just yeah, I don't understand Europe.
It is strange, isn't
Maybe
it?
it's because Sheik is easy to play and everyone in Europe is trash.
There is
the
actually
hypothesis.
there's a difference between Europe and America that I actually want to speak about. There's for starters the vibe is completely different. Europe is way more chill. We're way more chilled. There's not as much of a strong fan culture. People aren't going up to you asking to sign stuff in Europe.
Do you get that in the US?
Is so much. It's actually
That's
it's
crazy.
actually it's actually ridiculous how much more it is in America. In America, the fan culture is way more live. There's a lot more pride in like states or whatever or regions, but there's also like an unspoken byproduct of these two vibes that people only a few of us actually realize. Because of Europe is so chill, it actually makes everyone not want to get as good because everyone's so good. Everyone's so happy with just chilling and having fun with each other, but not a lot of people really want to
get
actually
good.
just
Come on.
destroy. Not a lot of people just want to actually destroy and become the best in their region, which is why I'm not the only one that has noticed this. Armada, Leffen, and I, we've all said that we've had this conversation numerous amount of times. Like, but because everyone's so prideful in America, this actually makes them more driven to want to beat everyone else. And this is a very like unspoken byproduct of both of the communities' vibes, which most people don't actually know about unless you've been Europe and you've been America. So and I don't really know how to solve that. Like, is it
I think it's a
is it
cultural
solvable?
thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
mean,
like. Is it solvable?
In
Like
the US, they're a bit more keen about things. aren't
yeah,
they?
I don't really know if that's just a natural byproduct. I don't really know if there maybe needs to be some circuit to introduce some
Or like a
competition
European
or something like that.
circuit.
Yeah, it's a problem which I haven't really thought about how to solve, but it's definitely there. The byproduct is definitely there of people not being as hungry in America. But yeah, it's definitely the cultures are definitely crazy. Like for example, Zaghetto and Adam, who have been in the scene probably about 11, 10 years longer than me. They went to America. Like Adam went to America, and Zaghetto they went to Genesis, and they were like getting asked to sign stuff, and they were like, "What is this? This is so weird." Because they've been in the scene for so long, and they've never really been asked to like take photos and sign stuff, and they're just really not used to it. For Armada and Leffen, they actually can't stop in certain parts of a room because lines will literally form, and I've actually seen it. And Leffen is the
Or
biggest.
like jealously watching from the side as they get a massive line and you're just
It's
sat there.
crazy. It's actually crazy. Like Leffen actually hates it though.
Really?
Yeah, he will literally just tell people, "I'm not signing anything. Not now. Go away." He's just like, "No, thank you. Don't speak to me." I've literally seen him turn down people. I'm just like, I feel so bad for these people.
Yeah.
Like they've just literally walked all over the room. And there's this thing where they'll be sitting, like they'll literally be sitting. Say if this is like paper, they'll be sitting like at like if I'm speaking to you, and Leffen will be looking that way away, and then they'll be like with their friend, should I should I go up to him? They'll be thinking, they'll be sitting there for like a whole minute, thinking about if they should go up, and then they'll finally go up, and he'll be like, I'm not signing anything. And I'll just see them, they're literally standing there trying to build up courage for like a whole minute, and then he just like turns them down, and I'm just like, no.
That's so harsh.
But it just happens. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's great for Leffen's persona as well. I mean,
yeah,
he should probably continue to do
it's
that.
not even like that. Is Leffen doesn't put on an act. That's actually just how he is.
Yeah.
He's definitely got that kind of dick side to him, but he's still cool. But when he's in tournament, he literally just wants to focus on the tournament. He makes tweets about this all the time. He's like, I'm not signing anything. Amada does the same thing, but Amada's turn downs are a bit more nice.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They're a bit more. Amada's just like, okay, I have. He'll describe the situation on why he can't sign it. Leffen will just be like, basically his mentality will be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
But that's just
his
that's
mentality
just
and exactly what he says.
but that's just the cultures are a lot different. So.
Do you think there's a sort of happy medium you can find between Europe and America, where Europe can have a bit more of a fan scene to help drive competition, like maybe between regions in the UK or something like that?
I'm not really sure if the fan scene can be if it can be. It has to be natural. Like, you can't make people fans, Yeah, but you can't just like make people fanboy or fangirl over people. It has to be natural, and it's definitely not natural here. People are just more inclined to speak to you as a friend. But as I was saying, the only thing I feel like, the way that I feel we can get around that is by maybe putting in some form of a competition or a circuit. I don't know, that just.
Or like get some crew battles going or
just
something.
makes the competition more natural, because the fan culture, I just think it would never be the same. We're just too different as just people, or as a nation. Or
do you think
whatever.
that's? You were saying earlier about how people in Europe kind of play to have fun a bit more.
Yeah.
Like, is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad
Do you wanna
thing. It's
make
just
it
not.
more
It's just not bad if you.
serious?
It's just not bad if you want to create the best players.
That's true.
If you want to create the best players, it's not the best. If you want to create a fun environment, amazing. Like, Europe is definitely one of the best environments to play in. But if you want us to go to America, and then you want to see us on the big stages, it definitely helps having more of that vibe at home. If you want to see more Europeans, that's just how it is. Maybe it's just how it is.
I guess being a top player is a bit different to just being some scrub who plays for fun.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely a tiny bit different once you get to the top level. Like, there's a big gap within Europe. We have probably like the top 10. We have top 10, and then it kind of drops off after that. While America has like top 100 people, and it's amazing.
Right, I think we can take a little break now, and we will be back after a short message from our sponsor.
Okay.
Okay, now we're back for the Bangs and Smash segment. Silly set. We'll be challenging Professor Pro to a set of Melee using some kind of handicap to give us mere mortals some kind of chance. Prof doesn't know the rules yet, so it's going to be a surprise. He's now about to find out what we've cooked up for him.
I'm a bit scared.
Who's got
Okay, here's the reveal. Got this Sainsbury's. Got this bag from a miscellaneous shop. And it's time to bring out the oranges.
What the?
Okay. Now, do you have any idea what the game's going to be yet?
I have no idea.
Oh, I shouldn't have got these. Shouldn't have got the
Easy peelers, no.
Oh, what's this?
Okay, the easy peelers was a mistake.
Who is it?
So basically, okay, after you, Colin.
The idea is we're going to play a set of Melee, all standard, except you have to peel and eat an orange in every game. So, like, before the end of the game, you have to have peeled and eaten an orange in order to win, and you have to win the game,
I'm
obviously.
really bad at peeling
obviously.
orange.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, just to be clear, the win conditions for Prof are he has to win the game, obviously, so it's a 4-star best of
Okay.
1, and you also have to peel and eat one orange at least. But
Okay,
we want to
okay.
see how many
One.
you can do.
If you want a
against each other.
style, You can
You want to swag out, then you can swag out. But the win requirements is have eaten and peeled. I mean, you don't actually have to peel it. If you want to eat the peel, you can.
I will definitely
That'll probably
peel
be
it.
easier.
Yeah, you have to have eaten an orange and then win the game, and it's a best of one against each of them. You can choose who you play first as well.
A minor little thing is that you're not allowed to sit on the, the thing that brings you down. You're not allowed to sit on that. You got to come straight out.
That's brutal.
It is.
Gotta give ourselves a chance.
I'm thinking the strat might be, I have to sacrifice a whole stock, but I have to peel the whole orange. So no matter, and then I can just eat it really quickly.
That's what we're interested to find out.
I think that would be. I think that would be.
It's not just testing your melee capabilities.
I think I have to accept that you're gonna take a stock.
I think what we're going to find out is how bad Colin and Greg's punish game is on the club controller.
My hands are gonna be sticky. I'm sorry.
That's why you're using the shit
Oh,
controller.
that's why.
That's the reason. Yeah.
I was about to say my hands are gonna be super sticky. So
It's alright, we got napkins and stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, obviously we can open up the bag before you start.
Yeah,
It's
all right.
not
We'll
part
give you
of the
that.
challenge.
We'll give you that. These unbranded oranges. Right. Whoa. Are we starting now?
I'm just feeling it.
Everyone ready?
Yeah. So who do you want to play first?
You're playing first.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting the strats, I'll be watching.
All right.
I'll count
This
you
orange is
in,
better.
I hear. Go on. You
Yeah,
ready?
when
you
you're ready,
guys
bro.
ready?
So
You can do it whenever you want.
Okay.
It's just got to be during the game.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
we've already got-
one here. Yeah, I'll do. I'm gonna be light on myself and take the smaller ones.
He's not confident. You got it. You got it.
All right.
I'll let you choose stage.
I'm gonna go Battlefield, and I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take one stock first, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna. Right, so we're gonna play one stock. Right, so do we start with the controller on the table? Does it matter? Or-
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think we just need to count in when you click on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Colin's going to count in.
It's just gonna be ready.
Ready?
Go.
I'll go
Yeah,
through
you
if
say
want.
ready, go, and we'll press A,
Yeah.
and then you
So
go
I
1,
go-
2, 3, go.
No, but it was like you have to go ready.
All right.
Go just in case.
Ready? Go. Ready? Go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. This is stupid.
Hasn't
No,
got
and I'm
stupid
getting
yet.
down smashed already. My plan.
Oh, man. We're 10 seconds in. He's
My plan.
5%.
My plan.
And there's no peel off the orange. Oh, this is savage. This is savage.
Don't even need the
Oh, my
orange.
days.
No. All right. I'm still gonna take.
Greg,
the
do you
stock.
want to eat an orange?
Yeah, I did need a vitamin C supplement. Oh no, Higgins.
So I'm gonna need to take one more. to play it safe.
Oh, this isn't how I do it. This isn't how I do
This
it.
is how I do it. Trust me, this is the plan.
Trust me, I've done this before.
He's an expert. Orange melee.
Once I take this one.
There it is, the down smash. I knew it.
No.
Right, here we go. The race is on,
Okay,
the
now's my
race is on.
chance.
How about that already?
Just getting ready for that invincibility to run out.
It's out. Go get him.
Ah!
Oh yeah, Peach Cup doesn't go up very quickly.
No! How much is he eating? How much?
One-handed melee.
He's thinking on the fly.
This is probably the pro strat. Just keep away with one
Yeah.
hand.
I think
it's
one hand
gone.
is it.
It's gone. Oh, it's getting messy.
Don't tell me he's finished it.
No.
Okay.
You got like a quarter. Ooh. Ooh. Air dodges, not bad. Right, yes.
Wait, what am I doing?
You might be able to two-stock him here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should hit you away.
Now he's thinking like,
This should be a regular feature.
yeah.
You should take this to the US. He's nearly done. You've not got
No.
much orange left to go, Greg.
Ah! Oh my god. This is so tense. Oh no.
No.
He's learning.
Oh,
no.
oh. But he's got to finish the orange
Yeah.
as well. So he doesn't want to kill you too
Yeah, he
quick.
doesn't want to kill me too quickly. Come on.
He's so nearly done. Peach is probably harder than Falcon because you can't get to him quickly.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to close
You
that
can
gap.
pressure him so much more with the Falcon. No! No!
Oh, he's done.
Okay, now
He's
it's my
done with the
chances to
orange.
win.
You got to just take this.
Oh! Battlefielded! Battlefielded in the last. Come on.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. All right, Colin, you can do it, I believe.
All right, fingers crossed.
I think I had to. I can't believe I didn't think to knock them away and then eat. I was like, it's so obvious.
Now he's going to be canny. It's going to be harder.
I think he's moaning about your... What?
Oh, if you want a hand cleaner,
I mean, any oranges?
I don't think he's talking to you. No one cares if you've got sticky fingers.
You ready? I'm ready.
Okay, I'll do the counting then. So
Where are we playing? Battlefield?
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, this isn't like last game. Oh, no.
Something tells me he might be trying a bit harder this game. Okay, the orange is out. The orange is out.
What?
Oh, it's all coming out now.
Oh, son. What was that?
So sticky.
No multi-shining today. Yes, Colin. Right.
Save. It starts to save.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, dear. That's not a good start. Oh, no.
Oh no, the orange is out. Oh, no! Oh, what a save!
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the worst punish I've ever done in my life.
Gotta get those orange punishes down, man.
On.
Alright, just come back. Oh, there we go!
Is this going to be a four-stock? A four-segment?
Oh! He wasn't even top! What?
I wasn't even looking at it.
Accidental up air takes it. Get out of the Falcon Punch, come on. There we go.
Here it comes. He's confident. He is
He's
confident.
very confident.
As soon as you come out of that invincibility, you're mine. Oh, that frame-perfect grab. We've got to invent some new tech today. Some sort of orange base.
It's a whole new game, yeah. Oh, okay. Chase him!
Oh, what was I thinking? I wanted it all.
You wanted it all and more.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're quite good at this game, aren't you?
It's one lesson learned.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, commentation, stay in it. Oh, come on, chase him! Actually.
Oh, let's have. Oh, the jab
Okay.
reset. Oh, fuck me. Oh.
Come on, give it to him.
Someone should upload a version of this without the video.
Yeah.
All the squeaks and grunts.
Just 3 guys eating an orange.
You guys.
Oh no. He's getting close, he's getting close.
Oh, no.
Not much. Only a couple segments, I'd say.
Oh!
All right, that's a chance.
Oh, no! Oh, son. Tournament winner should have done it.
Oh, went for it all. Okay. He's finishing the orange. Okay, the orange is done. You got to win this now. Oh, come on. Yep.
Yes! Well played,
well played all round.
Maybe next time.
Okay, welcome back everybody to Bangs and Smash. We are of course joined by Professor Pro. We wanted to open up this half of the show with some questions about Genesis 4. So after training with M2K in the States, you moved over to Cali to compete at the tournament. How was your experience?
The tournament itself was pretty good. I kind of had this really unfortunate situation with me. I was trying to stay healthy the whole trip, so I ended up doing like a workout, and then I ended up hurting my left thumb, which
It's not ideal.
Yeah, definitely not
It's pretty
ideal.
key.
I was like, I'm an idiot. I should never work out before tournament. So, but I did it, and then it kind of messed up my performance. It was really hard for me to dash dance. I had to play slow because I literally didn't have the strength in my thumb to do what I normally do. Even when I kind of tensed it like this, it was just shaking. So it wasn't in the right condition to play. I should have been resting it, but I couldn't.
Greg,
But I still.
on a scale of 1 to John,
It's true. It happened.
I'd say on a scale of 1 to John, it's still below
It's a John-
Westfall's
it's a
John with the glass in the finger.
It's a John, but I really did. I was like messing about outside. I actually did mess up my finger, and I remember I played Chillin' Dude, and he like destroyed me the first game, and then I was just like, I have to play super slow because I was trying to like play normally, and then after that I kind of destroyed him.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I destroyed him with the messed up finger.
Adaptations.
Yeah, it felt pretty good, but
give him the
Yeah.
thumbs up. He doesn't know what you mean, but you know what you mean.
But then I lost to Smash, got unlucky. But I was okay because I was like, there's no way I could have done well against the top people with a messed up finger. Like, it's hard enough when I'm playing normally, let alone with my finger being messed up. So I was
It's
like,
off draws the best
I don't mind too much. Like I got 25th with a messed up finger out of like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So
Where do you reckon you'd have come if you hadn't had
if
the
I
messed
looked
up
at my
finger?
bracket, I could have definitely got ninth at least.
Ooh.
Like I would have ran into Hungry Box, and then it would have been me and Hungry Box for ninth.
Battle of the bad
Yeah,
things.
I would have definitely I'm very confident. I would have got at least minimum ninth. So it was kind of like a big step down, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
what it is.
exactly.
I just realized how much I have to start looking after myself pre-tournament now. I have to make sure I don't do anything. I have to make sure I get there early enough that I'm not jet lagged. Just to make sure I just look after myself. So it was a lesson at the end of the day. Don't just focus on the tournament. Don't do stuff outside of it that could potentially put yourself at risk. And just always be prepared, because then afterwards you're just not gonna enjoy the tournament. And I literally traveled the whole world to have a bad tournament because I messed up my thumb because I was being stupid. So yeah, like it's a lesson, and that literally will never ever happen again. So,
Yeah, lesson learned.
Do people at the big tournaments, do they try not to do like exciting stuff because they might hurt themselves? Like, is there a kind of feeling of people trying to be a bit protective?
I think it's just don't do anything that involves heavy hand stuff. Like Hungry Box playing dodgeball was obviously super risky, very risky, because he ended up breaking his finger. And then Mango went on to play some American football thing, but he was wearing gloves, and then because he made some funny tweet like, because Taffo gave it to him, and he was like Taffo 1, Captain Crunch 0, because they're both the coaches. So yeah. I think it's just about not doing anything stupid, drastic.
It
You
seems
have
like the climate has changed quite a lot in
Yeah.
recent years. People taking things more seriously.
yeah, because
outside of
there's too
tournament.
much on the line, and no one likes everyone. We've all had the feeling of defeat afterwards. There's not a single person who's played Smash at a high level who doesn't know what it's like to be like upset after a loss. Everyone's felt it before, and then afterwards you don't want to go back to that place. So there's like a ton of losing in Smash. If you're really bad at taking losses, you're probably not gonna go that far because you will lose a ton in Smash. That's one thing that just fighting games in general, you have to be good at. You have to be super good at taking losses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's win-loss,
Yeah,
zero sum.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who are bad at taking losses, I was recently at what was that tournament? Brighton Stock something,
Yeah.
and I ran into in pools a fellow named Reb, and I don't know if you know, but it went very close. I ended up clutching it out. How many of these kind of upsets do you see at top level, and how incensed do these people get by it? Like, this guy was salty as hell. Does that happen at the top level?
Not as salty as he's going to
Actually,
be.
it doesn't, which is I remember when I was like getting a lot better. People were way saltier when they lose to me, but then now people like expect to lose, so they don't really get that salty, which is I don't
Do
know.
you get really salty? Do you ever get like, you know,
Yeah,
when
I have.
someone gets
I've
the
been
upset?
like pretty annoyed in the past, like when I just feel like I was playing pretty bad. I've won and I've been annoyed before, but that's because I was really upset with how I've played. So it's gone both ways. It's always a performance thing on my half. It's just if I feel I'm not performing well, rather than the winner. Like, I guess if I lose to a certain player, like if even if I feel like I perform well, I might still be annoyed with myself. But most of the time, it's usually performance based. So it happens. I think it's kind of impossible for you to get better and not have that feeling, because you don't really have a drive if you're just like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, if you're just like, I don't care what, no matter what happens, then how can you get better? Because you're not gonna want to get better. So
Yeah, some salt is essential, I think,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's definitely essential.
The next thing that Casper was desperate for us to ask you about is PAL versus NTSC. What are your views on it? Is PAL holding Europe back, or is it the superior way to play the game? Are they lagging behind? What do you reckon?
Well, the competition for sure is definitely in America. That's just without a doubt. When I'm in PAL, when I'm practicing for PAL tournaments, I basically feel like I'm practicing to beat like 4 or 5 players. But when I'm in America, there's like 40, 50 players that I have to basically beat. And the 4 or 5 are maybe like in Europe, or what, Armada, Elephant, Ice, maybe Zaghetto, Triff, like those kind of level players. But it does hold us back, because when we go over to America, it's not second nature for us, which is really important. Like, you'll have little things where we question ourselves because we're in power mode, and for them it's just second nature. So a bit of it does help hold us back. I can't lie. We really need to grind NTSC before we go over there. That's essential. You're basically fucking yourself if you just only play power then go over there and play NTSC. You will get thrown off. It will not work in your benefit in any way. So.
If it was like, if you didn't know which one was from which area, if it was like a blank slate, which one would you reckon is the best?
POW is more balanced, but more balanced doesn't necessarily mean more fun, because some of the time having stuff that's like pretty broken or powerful actually makes the game more interesting, like Marth's down there, for example. So like even Sheik stuff. So for me, NTSC is definitely more interesting. All of the buffs make the characters a bit more hype, and from an interesting perspective, NTSC is definitely the game. I personally prefer NTSC. I'm definitely biased because Fox is broken.
Yeah.
The game,
course.
like Fox is definitely way better. So I prefer NTSC. Power is more balanced. Everyone knows that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the more fun game. And I prefer NTSC. So
Yeah, such a unique thing within fighting games to only have 2 versions, which will never be
Yeah.
updated.
I don't actually know if that's a. I guess it is. It probably is a thing in other games, but with other games they have updates. So
Yeah, exactly.
they I guess the updates unify everything, because like with Street Fighter they have an update. I don't
like
think they
Street
have a
Fighter
power.
2.
Yeah, I don't think they have a power in the NTSC update. I guess it's the same with first person shooters. Like if you're playing like Halo or COD, there wouldn't be like a European COD and a American type
Yeah,
COD.
exactly. It's all international.
Everything's just unified. I don't think there's any other game except Smash any other competitive game anyway that has 2 different versions. Not that I can think of. So
Yeah, I think you're right.
Something else I've been keen to ask about is the retirement of Geeky Goon Squad, or the possible
Yeah.
shutting down of Geeky Goon Squad.
yeah,
There's all this chat about what's he called, Lever, who can't quite support himself the way that he's doing it.
Yeah.
Have you got any thoughts on that?
yeah, I do actually. It's a shame. I can't lie. It's a shame, but I feel like he just went about the whole situation completely wrong. He feels like he's owed something, which in a way he is, but no one cares. Like no one's like, I feel like you're owed something. I'm gonna subscribe to you. Like no one does that. People subscribe to you because you're releasing content and you're doing something actively. There isn't enough events in Europe for him to have the content, so he either needed to supply content in some other form, or he needed to just needed to do something else. He just was expecting them to come to him, and he was doing it. This wasn't the first time he's done this. People have told him this, so it's not new. I remember this happening like 7 months ago. The exact same story. Him begging for subscribers, basically begging anyway. And then he's gonna get the sympathy, what I call subscribers, for like 2-3 months, and then they're gonna leave, and then he's gonna be in the exact same position. So
It's not a long-term
In my
solution,
mind,
is it?
I'm like, what are you thinking? Why are you begging for subscribers? People are just gonna subscribe to you for a temporary time, and then they're just gonna leave, and then you're gonna be in the exact same situation again. You need to have some content, or in some way, or I don't know. You just have to do. You have to do something. Not what you're doing right now. Basically.
You said you do it very differently. Like, what could he have done?
He
what
could
would
have
have been
just.
better?
He could have maybe just reached out to a few smashers, got them to release content for. This is just me, just making up ideas on the spot. I'm pretty sure there's way better ideas than this. Maybe just reaching out to some of the smashers, attended more events if he could, just maybe had something with the subscribers. What promised some features in the future, just something more to his channel. I'm pretty sure there's better ideas that are out there. This is me just thinking on the spot. So whatever he was doing, he just streamed maybe like once a month, and then
It's not really enough.
yeah,
is
like
it?
well maybe twice a month. It just wasn't enough. That's all I knew. And he wanted something which I don't feel like he deserved. Even if he's the only one doing it for Europe, I would still say you don't deserve. As much subscribers as he had was as much as he deserved. That's how I feel. So he needed to do more. It's a shame, but I hope someone takes over his spot and learns from his mistakes, because his mistakes to me were obvious. They were very, very obvious. And they were obvious to others, because I wasn't the only one who came up with this point. Other people feel the exact same way, so I'm definitely not alone with saying this. So I hope someone picks up and learns from his mistakes and doesn't repeat them, basically.
I guess he's either got to scale it up and do more, or like do something kind of jazzy and interesting.
Yeah, he's just got to
That'll
do.
be-
He just got to do something different. To me, I just like, how did you not know this was going to happen?
Yeah.
That's how You just need a bit of foresight, and he was very much lacking it. He just felt like, I'm doing this, I deserve it. That's
Not ideal.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
So yeah, how do you feel about sort of moving the focus a bit more towards the UK? How do you feel about the UK's prospects in Melee for 2017?
What, from a streaming background, player background, which
I'd say whatever angle you want to take. Really.
okay,
yeah.
we can go with streaming. Streaming stuff we got was Smash House UK. The first UK stream which has a sub button. UK is probably the most country with the strongest backing, you could say. So I have a feeling that actually could work out if they push forward with it right. So from a streaming thing, we have Smash House UK. That's pretty good. From a player aspect, we have Mint, who's pretty. He's seems like he's gonna be pretty good. He has to start traveling though to see how he's gonna do. I still feel like we're a bit stagnant in that we have a lot of up and comers, but we really lack breakthrough type of players. So it's kind of hard for me to say. But with net play becoming more of a thing, I feel like people are they're definitely getting better, but we just need a bit more breakthroughs. I mean, I'm a bit biased. I just want someone to play
definitely,
with. Yeah,
yeah.
like among the people below the like maybe like five position like 7 on the UK downwards, they have like loads of competition among themselves. So they're pretty happy with how things are. There's a lot of more players that are getting within that range to compete among them, but I just personally want more breakthrough players. I just want to play more.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
But UK is doing fine as it is. But it's kind of like it's not really something you can demand from people. Like you can't be like just break through.
Yeah, that's not as easy.
Like
as that,
that's
yeah.
why it's hard for me to speak about it because I can't really tell them to do anything because they're already trying. So
Yeah. Do you think they're already, trying as hard as they can?
No, well,
and-
they're definitely not trying as hard as they can. Like, but
Yeah.
you can't force someone to try as hard as they can
Yeah.
either. Like you can give them a bit of motivation, but at the end of the day, like they're still gonna need to be them. So, I mean, I can beat them up as much as I can in the game, and maybe that would give them a bit of motivation. But other than that, I always feel like the motivation has to be natural. Like I can do my part, but if I can't, I can only push so far, basically.
Of course. Yeah.
Who else are you looking to beat up, as it were? Who you aiming to
Oh,
take
in the
down?
UK,
Oh no, in general.
Oh,
yeah.
I
on
don't
the
really
list?
have any aims at the moment. I just don't. I just want to keep on pushing forward and just well, loads of the American players, I guess. Just loads of the top American players, but also the people that are around my level. Because when you beat the people that are around your level, that means you're no longer around their level. so I kind of that is something that I kind of do want to do, but I also want to beat the people that are already ranked quite above me. I would very much like to be at least ranked like top 10, 12 by the end of this year. I've started solo practicing a lot more because I felt like I just felt like I've been. There's a few things that I'm not consistent enough in, and I actually, for the first time the other day, I wrote down on my phone everything that I just need to practice, which I actually never do. I never write down anything, but this is the first time I'm like, okay, this is actually really annoying me. There's certain things that I can't do, and that I can't do consistently, which I want to just be able to do all the time. So I got on my phone and I typed it all out, and then I was literally just sitting down grinding it out, and it's really boring stuff. Like it's not interesting stuff that most people want to do, but it's stuff that
Is it just tech skill stuff? Or?
yeah, it's like tech skill stuff, certain platform tech chase situations, combo stuff, like just little things that I don't get all the time, and it just really annoys me. And I'm just like, okay, this is really boring to practice, but I'm just gonna do it because if I do this, then I'm gonna be a lot better as a player. So there's just certain really boring stuff that I've been practicing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's not fun, but like if I can do it all the time, then I'm gonna be broken. Basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
the
how I
grind.
feel.
So,
Yeah. So
it's like,
Speaking of people you want to beat, where do you want to be on the Melee and on Me list this year?
yeah, that's this year. But by the end, yeah, that's maybe like 15 to
Ooh.
10. But
To 10.
you need the results for that, and I do need to travel for that. Like there could be a situation. Yeah, there could be a situation where I could be skill wise in the 15 to 10 ratio, but not have the results, which is a much better situation than me not having the results. Than me having the
not
results. I
having
mean,
the skill.
sorry, not yeah, and then not having the skill to back it up. So, I think if I had the skill to get to that area, that's the most important thing because the skill will at some point translate into those results regardless. So for me, getting the skill, like as much as people like to talk about, oh, I have a bad mentality and the mentality is holding me back and I'm not getting the results because every single time I play, I always end up playing bad or whatever. Like people go on too much about mentality, but at the end of the day, you still need the actual skill. Like no matter no matter how good your mentality is, you still need the skill to actually pass through. So I'm just working on me just becoming a better player because I feel like a lot just comes off of that, just being an actual good player at the game, which means I need to grind basically. So
What are the results then that you're looking for? Like, where are you going to be going this year? Where are you going to be proving yourself?
yeah, I don't know. This is a bit of a dry season at the moment because we've just come off like a huge wave of tournaments basically, like from like late last year. Like I went to a wave of tournaments, so this is actually one of my first breaks of not doing anything, and there's not even that much of a break because I have Beast in like 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't know what the next American tournament is. Maybe Evo, but I'm not too sure about Evo. But
Do you reckon you'll win Beast? You got big plans?
I actually do want to win Beast. It's Armada is always Beast is super stacked as well. By the way, like there's a lot of things, but I always feel like I don't know if it's just a mental block, but Armada is definitely a big hurdle for me. Even when I play him in friendly, it's just really rough. But everyone else, I can feel like I do a lot.
He's a hurdle for anyone.
Yeah, but like it's a hurdle that I don't like being there. When I lost that Syndicate, to Armada, I was so mad at myself. And then everyone was doing that kind of thing that you just did now, was just like, oh, it's just Armada, it's just Armada. But that annoys me. That really annoys, because it's just like everyone's just like, oh, well, it's Armada. Armada's doing his Armada thing. He's better than you. But I don't like that. That really that whole vibe that Armada has, that people get from Armada, like, it really... Like, just as a player, I just really want to destroy it, basically. Yeah. It's annoying playing him and just being like, oh, well, it's just Armada, because that you just basically accept defeat.
Yeah.
And, like, I just feel like I want to, along with, not just him, but he's definitely someone that I just want to kind of destroy.
I can see why you got to number one with that drive.
Yeah, it's just annoying. Yeah, I hate it, so... Yeah.
Did you have a similar thing with when Fuzziness was number one?
No, I was actually more accepting of losing to him, which is very weird. I just but the reason why I was accepting was because I never traveled before that, and I was just always in the UK, so I didn't have the exposure to other players. So the drive wasn't there. It's kind of hard to have a drive when you don't have the competition in your area. When it's just like Fuzzy was the best player I ever played, so being better. And I knew he wasn't the best in the world, so there wasn't that much of a drive to be better than him.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start getting a bit more to the top, I feel like the drive really starts to come out. So
fair enough.
I have a bit of a question slightly off topic. What would you say to maybe American people in particular who don't know you quite as well? Why do you think that they should be a Prof fan? What about yourself do you think you can say to look out for? What should draw people to you to become a
That's
fan?
quite a personal question.
I hate Americans. Not joking, I do. I love Americans. What should I say to them? Most of them don't even know what I sound like, which is really weird. When I was in Genesis, the Scottish people were telling me that they were standing behind someone and they were speaking about, oh, I can't believe how British Prof sounds. So they don't even know what I'm like. And I went through some Reddit thread, and then they were like, some people were surprised. They were like, wait, is that how Prof sounds? Like, he's British. So, like,
Can we just talk about that tweet quickly? I think
the African American tweet.
Can you just explain that? For anyone who
I don't know this tweet.
Okay.
Explain it.
Basically, I made a tweet saying, I don't know why people are so shocked that I sound. I don't know why so many smashers who know I'm from the UK are surprised that I have
sound like you're from the
I'm
UK.
pretty, yeah. I was like, what do you expect? And then someone through on the comments said, it's probably because they've never heard an African American with a British accent. And I'm like, I just responded saying I'm not African American.
Oh my goodness.
And then the tweet just like randomly blew up. Like loads of people. It even got posted on random websites like 4gag. Really? Like it got posted on some random and I looked through the comments and there was like 1,000 comments and people debating each other. And like I was like,
what is there to debate?
Like the people, it just randomly blew up that tweet. So then it became a meme in the UK. People calling me African American, basically. So yeah, but yeah. To actually answer your question about why Americans should support me. I guess I don't want to say they should support me, but at least if they get to know who I am, that maybe they'll just naturally support me. Because most of them don't even know what I'm like, which is probably my fault for how I present myself and how I put myself out there. So I don't want to force any likability. If I just put myself out there and then people get to know me, if they like me, most people, from what I've experienced, ended up liking me, which is pretty cool. So I think it's just on me to put myself out there. Because if they don't even know what I sound like, if people are like, "Oh, I can't believe how British Prof is," that means I've done a mistake on putting myself and how I presented myself if they don't even know my voice, basically.
But you have got the natural battle of, you aren't always in America. You can't travel to every
That's
big
true.
American tournament,
But,
so they're less likely to know about you.
Yeah, I definitely have that on my side, but still, I am doing something wrong in some area, which I have to accept. I don't want to make it seem like, well, that's just how it is. I'm definitely doing something wrong in some area, so I do need to improve upon that.
Have you thought about moving to the US?
No.
No.
People ask me
appeal.
that all the time. Yeah, not anytime soon. I'm definitely fine staying in the UK. I have no real motivation unless I get some like crazy job offer. But I have no intention on. I love America. I love the people. I love the different culture. I love going over there and just getting a different feel. But I always prefer it when I come back home a tiny bit. A tiny bit.
I know what you're saying. Can't get a decent
Yeah,
bacon
yeah.
butty. in the US, can you?
Yeah, like the play. I definitely prefer the players personality wise. And
What, in the US or the UK?
no, in the UK.
Oh.
It's just the skill level is way higher in America, so you can't you have to if you want to become a top smasher, you have to go there. You have to go there at some point, basically. So it's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah.
So-
How much time do you think you spend in the US now? In a year.
Recently, I spent 3 weeks in there, and then I came home for 2 weeks, and then I spent another 2 weeks in America, and then now I'm back home. So maybe in the span of a whole year, I maybe spent like maybe 3 months or 2.5 months there, which is actually quite a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot. But I've never spent that long in there ever, so that was like definitely a new goal for me. That's not a normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely spent the most in America last year than I ever did in my entire life. So yeah.
And how do you find the traveling? Is it something you enjoy?
I've gotten
or-
more used to it actually. I've definitely noticed I've stopped wanting to sightsee, even if I go to a new area, because I'm just in a new area again.
Yeah.
Like it definitely takes the appeal out of wanting to do other stuff, because I'm just like, I'm just in another country. Like I literally just went to like California and I didn't do any like Cali stuff. We went out and ate. I mean, but yeah, we didn't. I don't really have been doing much sightseeing stuff, which I probably should do. But most of the time, I just really want to take advantage because I don't really get that kind of practice that often.
Yeah, it's the
so,
smash first
yeah.
after all.
Yeah,
That might be part of why it's hard to get yourself out there as a character,
yeah.
Because if you're only there for a couple of months and you want to just play as much Smash as you can.
But that's also because if I was to stream more, which I actually should be doing, everyone keeps on telling me to stream. Like it's like a borderline meme. Like everyone thinks I should stream in the UK. Everyone says it, and the fact that I don't stream definitely helps. Definitely helps. Well, not helps. Takes away from the fact of people not knowing what I'm like. It just puzzles me that people don't know what my voice. Like people are so the fact that people are so surprised that I sound so English. It's like they obviously have never heard me speak
that
ever.
tweet's hilarious.
So,
I can't get over
yeah.
that.
Yeah, because it has changed a lot, hasn't it? Pretty
Yeah.
much every top smasher has their own stream. I remember back in the day, just not having any idea what Ken looked like, how old he was.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
so different now.
Yeah, that's for sure. So
Hey, Prof, we just wanted to ask you, I think as the last sort of topic, about the players on the current UK PR
yep.
who are sort of just below the top level. Who do you think is on the way up, and who do you think is at risk of being on the way down?
Do you have the little PR in front of you?
Oh, he doesn't even know them. They're not even on his radar.
Ooh. Okay.
We might have it here.
I'm trying to think of the names because
Were you not a panelist, Prof?
I was. I just forgot. I definitely was a panelist. All right, we're gonna figure it out in a bit.
Well, for example, Frenzy's player who's been on the up and up a lot lately.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to. The thing is, I'm thinking if he's at a capped point. Wait, right, we got it here. Wait, no, that is it. That is it. No, but you had to scroll down. You had to scroll down. That was it. Oh wait, it's old. All right, I know where you could find it if you go on Facebook. Go on Melly, but Frenzy may. I think Frenzy might only be below R23 and Min. So for me to say he's gonna come up,
Is this the one? October 2016?
yeah, that's it. All right. Frenzy's debatable because I could only at the moment see him going above R23, and I wouldn't say that's on the come up. I can't see him passing Mint at the moment. So he could improve. Like, let me look at players that are actually on the come up. Let me scroll. No, I'm just scrolling in my mind.
Time Muffin, maybe. He's come up 12 places. Yeah, he's the big Scottish player, isn't he?
I don't see anyone. I see all of this staying really stagnant. That's the problem that I see. That I don't see anyone really shooting up. In terms of falling down, maybe shifting shadows. But this is what I meant with the problem of everything being pretty stagnant. Like, as much as I want to have a conversation about people moving up and down drastically, I don't really see it happening. It seems like everything. Maybe people are going to move up 2-1 spots, but I wouldn't really call that on the come up or on the downfall. I'd just be like, oh, you're just kind of better, and that's the problem.
Do you think any of the more old school players on there aren't really doing enough to justify their spot?
Is that a Zeppo shot?
No one in particular.
That sounds like a mini.
Just a little micro shot. You know?
No, maybe Zeppo might go off. 23 actually might move up a few spots thinking about it. But other than that, it's pretty much the same problem that I mentioned before. Everyone staying around the same position relatively. Maybe Mint will move up one spot. He'll probably move above Dev. But yeah, that's what I mean. People staying stagnant is definitely an issue.
If I can beat the top player whilst he's eating an orange, I'm gonna tear through this rank. Mark my words.
Well, you were saying before about people in Europe not having the same drive to improve. You think that's what's stopping people from moving up?
Maybe actually no. What am I talking about? Who's coming? Sechi will be on this list. Sechi. So you could say Sechi's on the cover. There you go. Sechi gets his little.
The bright future. Of
yeah. Sechi's not on this.
How
list.
about Unhaven?
Unhaven potentially, yeah. I'm still not sure how much of that is the ice climber factor, because people actually fucking suck against ice climbers, which is because ice climbers do actually kind of have a shortcut in the game because they basically have their punish game handed to them at the beginning of the game.
Is anyone going to say the W word?
Wobbling basically. They have their punish game handed to them at the intro of the game, which means that they don't have to focus on that they don't have to focus on punish game when everyone else in the game does. So they get a little mini head start at kind of mid low level, but then when it starts getting to high level and people know how to shield pressure properly, how to space, it becomes a lot harder for them. So Unhaven, I have no idea where he's gonna be. He could be just another ice climber person where he'd just be at the same level. It'll be on him. It's hard for me to say. And I haven't played him enough, so usually I'll be able to judge if I play someone, but I haven't played him, so it's hard for me to judge.
Okay. I think that's great. So yeah, it might be time to wrap up now. So do you have anything to plug, Prof?
Plug your sponsor. Oh wait.
I guess you could follow me on Twitter, Professor Pro UK. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, yeah, I think I'm all good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great stuff. All right. Well, that was Bangs and Smash, episode 1. Hope you enjoyed it. I've been highly unlikely.
I'm the Tation, of course. Who else? And with us is Professor Pro, who you already know.
Also, just want to say a quick thanks to Laura, who's been on camera this whole time. I've got Dazzy here in the control room, and Casper, and myself, Charlie.
Charlie T, thanks for putting us together.
Charlie, aka Stowaway, is
Yeah.
he's the man
The
behind
little
it all.
stowaway in the studio.
Cool.
Right, thanks, guys.
See you guys. Yeah, see ya.